see what this dude's riding. That's nice, brother. What is it? What size motor? Nice. It looks real comfortable. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, brother. Looks like we got a storm coming in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going home in like 10 minutes. After you, brother. I like it. Sounds like it's a 4... Did he say 450? Again, that rider, remember, he's just a product of luck and chance. Hey, everybody. If you'd like to know what to do to become an atheist, stick around and watch this video. I think you're going to find it shockingly entertaining.
Do me wrong, you're a bringer of evil. The devil is never a maker. And the less that you give, you're a taker. It goes on and down and on. It's in and out. Oh, well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, join us for another video, and the title of this video is How to Become an Atheist. And I have about 9 things here that I think I could help you with if you want to become an atheist. Okay? So let's go through them. And the first thing, if you want to become an atheist, the first thing you need to do is rewire your brain. And we're going to be doing this video on this motorcycle. So I'm going to go through 9 points here of how to become an atheist, but I'm going to do it on the motorcycle, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this. It's kind of a dark, dreary day. We have a storm coming in, so this is perfect to make a video on this high-speed racing bike titled How to Become an Atheist. So let me go through them first so I don't, keep you in suspense. Number 1, you're going to need to ignore evidence as an atheist. We're going to talk about that. Number 2, you need to remember this phrase, I lack a belief. You need to remember that. That's going to get you out of a lot of trouble. You're just going to say you lack a belief. Number 3, you must support the LGBTQ agenda. We're going to tell you why you must do that as an atheist. Number 4, I should say, is you need to believe in miracles. I'm going to tell you some miracles that all atheists believe in that you're going to need to believe in. You're going to need to harden your heart real good. You're really going to need to harden your heart. I'm going to tell you why. Whatever you do, number 6, do not look at DNA. Don't study DNA, because you're going to start buying into this thing that there's a designer and there's a God. So try to just bury your head in the sand and don't look at DNA. Number 7, you need to remember these 3 words, and it's titled Luck Does Everything. Luck, if you just keep saying luck does everything, luck and chance, it's really going to save you from getting involved with like being a Christian and stuff like that. Number 8, I'm going to tell you why. Number 8, you're going to have to deny free will. And number 9, I'll tell you that at the end. Now, let's start off with the first thing about evidence. So, as an atheist, you're going to have to believe that luck and chance made everything, even you and I. So, as an atheist, luck and chance created humans. we're going to get on the motorcycle right now and start it up. I'm going to show you something. And then humans created this motorcycle. So I'm going to ask you, let's test your atheist skills. Are humans the product of luck and chance? Correct. According to this atheist logic here, I'm going to show you. So did humans create this then by intelligent design? Well, no. Because remember, we're committed as atheists to say that luck and chance created humans. There's no guidance. Remember, if it's not guided, it's luck and chance. So we must fall on our sword and stick with luck and chance. So luck and chance created humans. Humans, which are luck and chance, created this motorcycle. So this motorcycle, according to your atheist view, remember, this is how to become an atheist. Watch this. This motorcycle is a product of luck and chance. These Christians are going to tell you, oh no, it's a product of intelligent design. But remember, you got to explain to them, how could it be a product of intelligent design if humans are created by luck and chance, and then luck and chance, a product of luck and chance, created this motorcycle? See, it can't be a product of intelligent design. It has to be luck. Now, you're going to have to ignore evidence. Lots of it. You're going to have to ignore all the obvious intelligent design in society. Want to get some speed here? Let's go quicker. Here we go. So, knowing that you will not have any arguments against the existence of God, I want to tell you a little secret since you're going to become an atheist. How do you get Christians, theists, to not talk to you about your obvious evidence from? Because just between you and I, atheism is not based on evidence. So we can't provide any proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. Rather, let's get on it. We must come up with something that will get people to get off the subject of talking about how, as atheists, our atheism is not evidence-based. How do we do that? It's genius. We just say we lack a belief in God. See how great that is? You don't have to give any evidence for your atheism. You just say you lack a belief in God. Now, why do we have to say we lack a belief in God? Because you and I, just telling you a secret as atheists, if you want to be an atheist, you have to realize that we don't have any proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. We lack arguments against the existence of God, so we must say we lack a belief in God. And hopefully these Christians don't see through our little game here, and they don't realize that the real reason why you must say as an atheist that you lack belief is because we lack arguments against the existence of God. Atheists lack arguments against the existence of God. So stick with that. Stick with I lack a belief. Let's see what's next. Okay. You must, let's get up to that card there. That's pretty cool. That's definitely not the stock motor. You must support the LGBTQ trans agenda. Now, the reason why is because Jesus said, and I quote, "From the beginning, God has made them male and female." Come on, give me that green. Hold on a second. Don't want to miss this green. Nice, we got it. Trying to get up there to that other car without going too fast. Okay, I don't think we have to worry about anything. So, you're going to have to go against biology. Forget about everything you were taught in school. Forget about your education. You're going to have to admit that there's 72 genders. So that's another problem. I know you're going to have a problem in atheism, but like, for example, there's a show on YouTube called the Atheist Experience Show. Just watch them. They'll show you how to deny evidence, how to deny reality, even how to deny scientific biological facts that, between you and I, we all know there's only two sexes, male and female. But, you know, if we want to go ahead and go against God, we're going to have to deny what Jesus said, and we're going to have to fall on our sword as atheists and just admit that there's 72 genders. I know people are going to think you're crazy, but this is what you must do to be an atheist. Now, you're going to need to believe in miracles. You're going to have to believe in the miracle that nothing created everything. Hey, there's that car. See, there can't be something always existing. It sounds too goddish. It sounds too much like God. So we're going to have to go against modern science. You know, all modern science says that the universe had a beginning, but just deny modern science and claim that the universe is eternal and uncaused. In other words, believe in a miracle. Believe in something that's not scientific, even though all scientists agree that the universe had a definite beginning. Here we are, folks. And again, this beautiful car was created by luck and chance. Remember, it might look intelligently designed, but you can't say that because humans created this vehicle. And humans, as you know, are created by luck and chance. So, other miracles you're going to have to accept, you know, that life came from non-life. You're going to have to, Bel Air, nice. You're going to have to accept that life came from non-life. I know it sounds retarded, that there's something that's not living and then it creates life. But we have to say that. We can't say that there was nothing and then something created it. That would be a god, right? It'd be a creator. It's creating. So we have to claim as atheists, remember, you're going to have to claim that life came from non-life. Now, I know you've never seen life come from non-life. We see animal life create animal life, human life create human life, plant life create plant life. But remember, as an atheist, you're going to have to believe in things that you've never seen. These are miracles that you're going to have to believe. So you're going to have to believe life came from non-life as an atheist. You're also going to have to believe that love is really just material. It's not has to do with your choice or anything. It's just the chemical reactions. So when your mother or father says they love you, just realize, on our atheist worldview, remember, you want to become an atheist, you must admit that it's really just the chemical reactions of mommy and daddy saying that they love you. They really don't. Yeah, so you're going to have to believe that also there are no objective morals. Rape isn't necessarily wrong. If you're the rapist, it's okay. Now, I know this causes problems when you're an atheist. In fact, you know, atheists are the least trusted group in society because people are going to think you're bat bleep insane to believe all these things. But this is what all atheists believe. And as an atheist, remember, you're going to have to fall on your sword and believe these things. Now, the next one's very important. Do not study Jesus, because, see, as an atheist, you need to have a hardened heart. You got to keep that heart real hard, where it's unemotional. You won't have compassion. But the problem is, if a Christian friend of yours gives you a Bible and you start reading about Jesus, how he is God put here in the tintly flesh of man, and how they blindfolded him and punched him in the face and said, "Prophesy, Christ, who hit you?" How they beat him and whipped him where the inside of his organs were showing, his flesh. And then when he's dying on the cross, he says, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." I mean, this is going to melt your heart, where you're going to start having compassion for Jesus. Well, why is that a problem? Because then you're going to look more into Jesus, and you're going to soften your heart. See what this dude's riding. That's nice, brother. What is it? What size motor? Nice. It looks real comfortable. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, brother. Looks like we got a storm coming in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going home in like 10 minutes. After you, brother. I like it. Said like it's a 4. Did he say 450? Again, that rider, remember, he's just a product of luck and chance. And what he said to me, he's not saying out of his free will. Remember, as an atheist, he's just programmed to say that. And his motorcycle is also a product of luck and chance. Remember, humans, which are the product of luck and chance, created the motorcycle. So it's really important you constantly remind yourself these things are not designed. They're not designed. They're just the product of luck and chance. You got to remember that. So back to this, don't soften your heart. Don't read about Jesus. He's going to draw you in. Nobody spoke like Jesus did. He's going to draw you in, and you're going to be like, "Oh, this guy is epic." And you're not going to be able to stop reading about him. You're just going to want to know more and more. But see, this is going to destroy all those other points that I just gave you. So, again, keep that heart of yours real hard. Try not to have compassion. You know, the problem is, it's been proven atheists are the most selfish people out there, and Christians are the most giving and charitable. Another thing which is really interesting, number 6 here, don't ever look at DNA. Don't, trust me, if you're an atheist, don't look at DNA. Now, between you and I, why? Well, DNA is a language, and we all know that only a mind can create language. Only something intelligent can create language. Remember, Bill Gates was saying that DNA is way more complex than even Microsoft Windows. Now, Microsoft Windows is a complex software program that is the product of intelligent design. But remember, Bill Gates is just the product of luck and chance. So, of course, luck and chance created Windows. That's how you got to think. Luck and chance created DNA, even though it is a language. And we know of no language that isn't created without a mind. Let's see what's next on the list here. See you, brother. I'm going this way. This is very important. Repeat after me. Luck and chance does everything. Luck and chance does everything. Just keep brainwashing yourself with that, because as an atheist, you must understand that you have to believe luck and chance made everything. I know it seems like a miracle that you could smell through your nose and you breathe through your nose and you could smell pizza and a good steak. If you like fish, you could smell some good fish and you know, an apple pie. I know, but remember, the Big Bang exploded, and just by luck and chance, that's what happened. We're going to check out this military vehicle in here while we're talking. See it? You must believe that luck and chance created your taste buds to taste food. Just by luck and chance, it's right there by your mouth where the food goes in. And you could taste these things, not only smell them, but taste them. Remember, I know it sounds like a miracle and it sounds like intelligent design, but as an atheist, you must constantly say, even though it looks designed, you must constantly remind yourself it's not designed, it's not designed, it's a product of luck and chance, okay? What else is a product of luck and chance? Your lungs, how your lungs keep you alive by helping you to breathe. That just, the Big Bang exploded, it took billions of years, you got to tell yourself, and then your lungs appeared. Also your arteries, also you have built-in plumbing, you know, so you can go to the bathroom. I know it seems miraculous that the Big Bang thought of all these things. It's almost like the Big Bang is intelligent and created a plumbing system for you to filter out the parts of the food that you don't need, you know. But remember, luck and chance did it. Repeat after me. Luck and chance did it. This is what you're going to have to do to be an atheist. Now, sometimes people say, yeah, but the eyeball? Some atheists are like, I'm having a hard time saying that the eye is a product of luck and chance. Just forget about that. Don't think about it. Don't think how complex it is that the eye sees things and then translates it to your brain, and you're able to actually, let's go this way. You're able to actually see and move about. Remember, it's just luck and chance. I know it seems miraculous and it just reeks of intelligent design, but as an atheist, you're not, remember, don't go where the evidence leads you. You're an atheist. You must deny evidence and just listen to what I'm saying. Then you even have ears that the Big Bang created for you, and your ears are able to help you hear. Now remember, this is just luck and chance. It's all, look, another thing I'm going to give you some bonus ones. Time is like the magic elixir that does everything. I mean, given enough time, this motorcycle would create itself. This is what you have to believe as an atheist. Now, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but shock, your body is over 1 trillion times more complex than the motorcycle. Yeah, but here's how you answer it. With enough time, anything could happen. Now, if they say, well, prove it. Prove that with enough time, anything can happen. What did I teach you? To be an atheist, just say, look, I lack a belief. You see how you get out of that? Just don't think. As an atheist, you just don't think. You're not going to be able to think, or it's just going to create more problems for you. You won't be able to be an atheist if you think. So, 2 more things here. One of them I haven't told you yet. The next thing you're going to have to do is deny free will. Now, there's atheists on YouTube, and they all deny free will. They get it. You have to deny that you have free will as an atheist, because if you have free will, then there's something that is not natural within your body, a soul. Now, see how I'm going to the right, and now let's say I want to go to the left? That's not really me doing it. You got to say that as an atheist. That's just the chemical reactions in my body doing it. There's no free will. As an atheist, you'll have to deny that you have free will. Don't ever say you have free will as an atheist, even though they might say, well, look, can't you choose to do this or that? Just say no. Now, it doesn't work good in court, like if you're speeding and you get a ticket and you tell the judge, well, I don't have any free will. It just, they're going to laugh at you and they're going to give you a ticket. If you go rob a bank, and you remember, you're an atheist, so everything's subjective. It's not necessarily wrong if you rob the bank. But if you go rob the bank, the problem is our court systems here in America. The judge is going to laugh at you as an atheist if you say that you don't have free will. And of course, we all know in America it's tough because Americans believe their rights came from God. It says it right there in the Declaration of Independence. They believe that, in fact, the 56 founders, 54 out of 56 were Christians. All of them believed God existed. Some believed they were deistic, where they believed in God, but that God created and stepped back. There were 2 of those. 54 of them did believe that Jesus is the Messiah. They were Christians. So the founders were Christians, 54 out of 56. They were all, believers in God. So the problem is you're going to have to be un-American as an atheist. Now, it helps if you're Democrat, because the Democrats, they're embracing Marxism. And we all know no good atheist rejects Marxism. Let's take a look at the atheist leaders of Stalin, Mao, Pol Pot, the Khmer Rouge, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un. Of course, they murdered hundreds of millions and millions and millions of their own people. But remember, murder on the atheist view is subjective. So you're going to have to deny free will. I know it sounds retarded because, look, if I want to go to the right, I choose to go to the right. If I want to go in this next lane, I choose to go in the next lane. But remember, as an atheist, you're not supposed to think. If you start thinking, just go watch the Atheist Experience show on YouTube and they'll fix you up real quick. Because they've mastered the art of being an atheist and embracing these 9 things. So the 9th thing I just talked about, as an atheist, don't think. Just don't think. You really shouldn't think. Is this that same writer or a different writer? Let's go see. Different writer. Yeah, as an atheist, don't think. Now, I feel qualified to tell you this because I myself used to be an atheist, but I'm a Christian now. The problem with me is I didn't ignore evidence. The problem with me is I realize that when someone says they lack a belief in God, that's not an argument against God. The problem with me is I have common sense. The problem with me is I'm educated with science and philosophy and history. The problem with me is I've debated over 80 atheists trying to get them to answer one question, and I've destroyed the Atheist Experience show with this question. The question is, what proof and evidence can you provide that would finally at last prove that atheism is accurate and correct? So atheists, you know what? Come to think about it, don't believe in these stupid things. You need to think. You need to use your mind. Do you know the #1 world record holder for the highest IQ is a Christian? Type in on YouTube right now, highest IQ record holder Christian, and he's a South Korean scientist, and he agrees with me that atheism is madness. But if you want to be an atheist, you want to be the least trusted group in society, you want to go to hell, you want to be stupid, you want to deny evidence, well, this video will help you, because you're going to have to embrace all 9 of those stupid, retarded things to be an atheist. But that's how you do it. That's how you become an atheist.